Survival mode. Minecraft at its absolute basics. No minigames, no unlimited blocks, and no easy way out. For many players, this is the primary way they play Minecraft, but there is a serious issue that has plagued the game mode for almost its entire existence. That being a feeling of isolation and boredom. These factors have single-handedly ruined millions of worlds and has left the community with one very important question to answer. That being, will this problem be the end of survival mode as we know it? Now, many players find themselves losing interest in their survival world after a decent amount of time in their progression, because it's not like they just load into a new world and then just instantly feel isolated and bored. There's a specific reason for this, and finding out why will help figure out our overall answer. When we first start off our world mining iron and trying to find a place to build a base, we don't feel isolated, as we're constantly finding new structures, and we're certainly not bored with all the projects and resource gathering we have to do to set up the infrastructure for the next phase I will talk about right now, which is the intermediate phase. For this stage in the game, we have our starter base and some basic infrastructure like nether portals, horses, and enchantment tables. We spend our time exploring big structures like the ocean monument and nether fortress, and are collecting resources and loot to eventually fight the end dragon. So this is the stage where people quit their world, right? Wrong, as at this point, people might start to feel a little isolated as much of the terrain is the same and many structures are already explored. But how could you be bored preparing for the biggest fight of the game? Well, unfortunately, this fight is the real reason many people quit their worlds, as after the fight, the world starts to become stale. Pretty much everything you need in the game you have, and most of the structures have already been explored, leaving you feeling very isolated, and then bored. Most people quit their worlds here, but for the people that don't, why is that, and what makes them continue? People who play Minecraft have different play styles. Some people like to speedrun the game, others like to savor the adventure of it, and a portion of the community also likes to build, and build big. For the people who like to build, the adventure of the game is fun, but not the main point for them. And I think this is the mindset many players who continue after the end battle have. Now obviously players aren't bound to one category, and you can like exploring and building equally. But just like I state in my Stoicism in Minecraft video, I don't think you can truly appreciate the survival experience unless you progress and build up your world post end dragon fight, as I believe this is where the world becomes something truly special to you, as it acts as a reflection of your own personality. Now that we have gotten both perspectives in a way, it's time to see the true damage this problem is causing survival mode and how the future will affect survival mode in general. Now I don't think there's one correct or necessarily right answer here, and I would love to have a discussion about this in the comments section to get everybody's perspective. But at least in my own perspective, I think people need to embrace the isolation a bit more. Playing survival mode by yourself is a different experience than anything else, as it acts as a game and an art form simultaneously. That's not to say I think it's perfect, as I do agree there is some problems that need to be dealt with, like the idea of one final boss battle or the lack of purpose that's involved with exploring numerous structures. But I think the biggest problem of all is us and how we approach the game, as if we could just give some other perspectives a chance, we might enjoy them. So I have a challenge for everybody experiencing the problem of isolation and boredom in their worlds. Go build at least one huge structure that's meaningful to you in some way, and then see if you want to quit after that. Because at the very least, I believe it will change your outlook on the matter.